Hello, Sports Movie fans. This is your host, Daniel Marlowe, and I'm back. I'm good to be back, uh, recording for y'all. Uh, have some more sports content, more than just baseball, some more WNBA, NBA, NFL, every sport. And if you want, you can go check out my Sports Weekly Instagram and my Twitter and my YouTube that I have made. This broadcast will also be posted on the YouTube, and I have been posting this day in history of baseball on Instagram, and my Twitter has been kind of just another way to put out my Instagram and my YouTube out to the public. And that's all I gotta say. Let's get started. So let's start off WNBA. They have started their first round of playoffs. Number 1 seed Las Vegas Aces have beat the number 8 seed Phoenix Mercury 2-0 in their series. I just want you guys to know that WNBA have a best of 3 series and I'm pretty sure it's best of 3 and best of 5, unlike the NBA who does a best of 5 and best of 7. Let's get number 2 seed Chicago Sky have defeated number 7 seed New York Liberty 2-1. The number 3 seed Connecticut Suns are tied 1-1 with the number 6 seed Dallas Wings. Number 4 seed Seattle Storm defeated the number 5 seed Washington Mystics 2-0. And the first semifinal game will be the number 1 Las Vegas Aces. They will play the number 4 seed Seattle Storm on Monday, August 28th. So if you guys are interested in WNBA, you guys can go over to there on ESPN. I'm pretty sure it's what they broadcast on. You can watch them play their playoffs out. And they are... And if you want, you could. There have been broadcasts of the pro-am that some of the professional players like LeBron are playing in, Lillard or DeRozan have been playing. They have been broadcasting some of their pro-am games. So if you want to go check those out, you can. And some NBA news about late NBA player Kobe Bryant, whose birthday was yesterday. His wife, Vanessa Bryant, has won $16 million from the helicopter crash photos that were leaked out that weren't supposed to be shown to anyone, but a police officer took those pictures and leaked them to the public, and she was awarded $16 million in that settlement. Chet Holmgren, second overall pick in the 2022 draft, plays for the Thunder. In one of his pro-am games, he injured his foot, and he's currently getting that foot tested. And one thing I have to say about that is you are a top 5 draft pick. Why are you some of these good players are going to pro-ams and they're increasing the chance of them getting themselves hurt. Why do you want to have that risk of getting hurt? I understand the whole point, like you getting better, you're going to these amateur pro-ams, and these amateur guys you're trying to help these amateur guys get better. But like if you injure yourself, like for example, if LeBron James is down there, he may not be going 100%, but it's still possible. It's a contact sport. It's still possible for him to tear an ACL. What happens? He tears an ACL. Like the dude is a Hall of Famer, and you're gonna go out and play pro-am and possibly tear an ACL. Come on, and now you have your second overall pick, Chet Holmgren. Possibly, I don't know what he did his foot because he's still getting he's getting that foot tested currently as we speak. There's been no word on his foot, but he could, per se, get plantar fasciitis, which can honestly keep a guy out for a year because you can either get surgery, let it deal with it on its own, kind of thing. And it's a big deal, especially he's 7'1", 195 pounds. He's not that muscular. You gotta be able to keep yourself in shape. You can't be injuring your ligaments like that or your muscles. I'm gonna move on from that just because that kind of makes me mad. You could be hurting your team by getting injured, kind of. So, in NFL news, former Seattle Seahawks linebacker Shaquem Griffin has retired for 4 years in the NFL. You may know him as the guy who was only playing with one hand, as his hand as a youth was amputated because of some sort of diagnosis. And his brother he was drafted alongside his brother to the Seahawks, and I remember watching when I was watching that draft that they both made a pact, and he wasn't going to go anywhere. His his brother Shaquille wasn't going to go anywhere without him. I'm sure that was a really cool pact, just kind of like that brotherhood they share, and just like that connection they have, and and I saw that him retiring is going to lead them to Plan A, which is helping youth, teaching, trying to help some of these bad neighborhoods that have good players in, trying to help them out. And so I have him. Colin Johnson, the New York Giants, who has been an up and coming receiver from the Jaguars. He got drafted in 2020, 5th round pick, went to Giants. According to his Brian Dabble of the Giants, he had been taking first team reps, and he was playing pretty good in the spring training preseason. And he tore his Achilles, which is a really big hit for the Giants, as they're possibly having a up and coming receiver who could be good receiver 2 or 3, depending on what their depth chart's looking like. Especially if Galladay, his preseason games have not been going so well, or his training camp, he's been looking really lackadaisical in the videos I've been watching. Like, if you compare videos of him and someone who actually wants to make the team, or someone who wants to put in the work, he is just going through the motions, and those guys are breaking it down every step of the way. They want perfection out of those drills that they're doing. That is my NFL news. On the MLB, I'm really on this kid. For the Pirates, rookie O'Neal Cruz. I have been really high on this kid because I think he's 6'6". You don't see very many 6'6" shortstops in the MLB. You don't see very many 6'6" players in the MLB outside of guys like maybe Aaron Judge or Stanton. But I think this kid has a really high ceiling. Right now he's hitting 190 in the majors. He's hitting below 200, which is not very good for a rookie, but he has a lot of progression, and he has the skills, and he's able to show it off, but he's not showing off every day. Maybe he's showing off once a week or a couple times a week, but he hits the ball hard, as he broke the StatCast record for hardest hit ball at 122.4 miles per hour. It was previously held by Giancarlo Stanton at 122.2 miles per hour. He also holds StatCast record for hardest throw by an infielder at 97.1. Imagine being at one of those games, he throws the ball out hard. Like, you're just in the stands, ball gets hit to him, and he throws it across the infield at almost 100 miles. That's faster than some pitchers. Like, just think about that. Like, I just boggle my mind sometimes. The way the progression of these players has gone is just wow. Like, there's a lot to expect. Like, if you look at some of the talents in the minors, there's a lot of good things coming from Major League Baseball. A lot of people, I think, are going to start watching it, seeing these players. They have fun. They're flashy, and they're amazing. They're just so smooth. Like, one of these guys I like to bash is Tatis Jr. He's one of those guys I like to bash just because he's flashy, but he makes a lot of errors at shortstop. That's one of the things. He reminds me of Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter wasn't flashy, but both him and Tatis, they hit home runs. They hit the ball well, but they have both made a lot of errors, which is something Tatis really needs to improve on. And that's one thing I always bash Jeter for him. Always like I said, I'd say people he's overrated because of all the errors he makes. But one of the things my dad pointed out to me is if you look at these guys, like Cal Ripken Jr., their fielding percentage were in the 900s. They weren't what I thought they were. They were way higher, way lower, and it's just maybe I give more Derek Jeter more credit than what he's worth. The MLB schedules came out today, and something that kind of makes me want to like really question Manfred is, well, actually, more the owners, is the MLB schedule was released, and the new changes that every team will play every other 29 teams. So for example, Cincinnati Reds will play every team, which in my understanding is I don't like that just because I thought because it takes away all those division games you could be playing against your division foes and possibly taking a division title towards the end of September, August. And instead of, for example, if you get the World Series championship, you can see the AL team and you're like, oh, I don't really know how they play. You have scouting, but scouting can only tell you so much until you see it in person. But now if you play all these interleague games, now you can see all these AL teams and see what they all can do, which I think takes away the purpose of the World Series supposed to be like evenly matched because you don't know what each team can really do on a ball field. Even though you have all the scouting, there's only so much they can do like on the physical field. That brings me to Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge. He has hit 48 home runs this season, which leads all of the majors. He's on pace to hit 63 home runs, which is brings me back to his rookie year when he think he hit 50, which is even a lot for rookies because not every rookie comes up to majors and just hitting a home run after home run after home run. But if he gets 62, if he even gets 62, that will break the Yankees' all-time record home runs in a season record and the American League record, which is held by also New York Yankees. Roger Maris is 61 home runs back in 1961. But he is on pace 63 of them, but there's a lot of season left. So he could go on a streak. Maybe he gets hot streak. Maybe he gets 70. Maybe he gets 65. Maybe he only gets 60. And a lot of season left. And another one I talk about, Albert Pujols is he is 7 home runs away from 700. I am a Cincinnati Reds fan. Not exactly. I don't like the Cardinals, but to see a guy like Pujols, who when he went to the Angels and left the Cardinals, his career really diminished. He was hitting so well in St. Louis, and then he went to Los Angeles, and his career kind of just it teetered away. And then he got to the point where he was in LA, where he kind of played for too long. And now that I see him playing, he's only 7 home runs away when he's been on his hot streak. I want to see him get to 700, just because it's a big achievement for some guys, And I know he's already a Hall of Famer, but it's just a big achievement for certain guys because some guys are like, I want to break that Barry Bonds home run record. Even though he did cheat to get that home run record, I still am a firm believer that Hank Aaron is the home run leader. It's a big accomplishment. I'm gonna leave off that note. I'll be trying to put out episodes every Wednesday, maybe a little bit sooner, maybe a little bit longer, just because I got school. Got other things going on too. I gotta work on. Tomorrow I will be doing a high school sports podcast on Sports Weekly. It'll be high school football with my dad, who will be a co-host. Make sure to tune in. I'll be either live streaming it or just be recording. I'll put out. I'm looking to be live stream, but I will be doing a podcast of him talking about North Newton versus South Newton football game. Remember, it's Indiana football. high school, and for that, I'm gonna try and do that on Thursday every week. And basically, for that, we'll touch on some focal points we saw in that game. Maybe talk about some of the players. Kind of talk about how the game went overall, and some other scores that went around the area. That's about it. Make sure check my Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube. I will put those both in all those in the description actually. And if also, my website, my blog, I will also put that in the description. You guys want to go check that out? I haven't posted in a while. I'm gonna try and start posting on everything more, except for maybe Twitter, because that's more just a way to push things out a little bit more, just for that extra little like attention. But that's about it. That's Sports Weekly for you. So tune in next Wednesday for the next episode. Peace out.